Hello, everyone. Well, I'm here to rant a bit. Not really rant, but just express myself, a bit. With all that has been happening in Nigeria in the last 72 hours, I might say, I really haven't said much. For me personally, anything that I'm going to say to anybody, I'm going to say it to you while you are in power and you are alive. The moment you're dead, I really don't have anything to do with you anymore. In short, the moment you get out of power, I really don't have anything to do with you anymore, except in reference to something that you've done, or if there's something that you've done again. The moment somebody dies, also for me, that's also the thing. I really don't have any reference, anything to do with it. I'm not going to be saying anything to it because I know you're not here to answer me, about. I'm not cowardly enough to wait until someone is dead before I say something. That's why whatever it is that needs to be said, Aisha Yesufu, I will say my bit to whatever. I will put everything on the line, even my life, to be able to say my bit. I'm not gonna wait until someone dies or any of those things that happen. Having said that, also is that history cannot be changed. I do get the sentiments. Don't speak ill of the dead and all of that. But your recounting history is not speaking ill of the dead. It's saying things the way they are. And if the dead has done something, that is great, it would be said of that person what that person has done greatly. And if the person has done things that are that are not great, then it will be said what that person has not done greatly. And in every life of our people, everyone, we all have our good parts and our bad side. We have our good parts, our bad parts, our good side, our bad sides. And what is very instructive is that people must learn from one part to outweigh the other. If your good part outweighs your bad part, definitely there are people who are going to be talking more of the things you've done, how you've impacted their life, how you've changed their life, and they will overwhelm the ones who are talking about the things that you didn't do. And if your bad parts are more, there are people who are going to talk about the things that you didn't do right and the things you didn't do well, and those bad parts, will outweigh the good parts that is there. Even the most devilish of human beings, the most evil of human beings, they have one or two good things that they've had their good side that they've done to some people, and there are people who see them in different light, and those people, they have a right to that and to express that and put that out. You also should have your own right to talk about your own experiences and what has happened. Also the same thing with people that have done extremely well, that have done good, that people are praising. There are one or two people, or there are parts of those people that are bad. There are people who have experienced as something that is not palatable along line with those people. And for me, I believe people should be allowed to express themselves. We cannot change history. History cannot be changed. We cannot just come in and just with the wave of a brush, everything then should be okay. No, don't talk about what this person has done, badly. No, we can't do that. We can't dictate to people. We can't tell people how to feel and how not to feel. There are people who have been brutalized. There are people who have been in agony. There are people who have been in pain based on the decision that some people have taken while they were in power, based on the things that they did. And definitely those people have a right to express themselves, whether even after the person has died. They are not concocting something new. They are not lying against the person, but they are just saying it as it is. And so people must be allowed to express themselves. All of this, we don't speak ill of the dead, we shouldn't say anything about the dead and all of that, I think it's a way of gaslighting people to not express themselves. And we are not doing anybody good. The people who are in position of power today, who are in position of authority today, it is for them to learn from what they see right now and begin to change their ways. They have the capacity, they have the ability for them also to change their ways and ensure that, they do things that are right. You just sit down, not do anything, behave anyhow, and expect that automatically when you're dead, that people are going to be forgiving you. Not everybody's going to forgive you. Well, there are some people that are going to be moved by your death and they'll forgive you. Well, they have a right to do it. God bless their souls. There are people also who will carry that malice to their grave, who will carry their grudges, and they rightfully have a right to that, and say that it is only God that is going to judge between them. God bless their souls too. They have a right to it, and we must begin to learn and appreciate it. And that is why when you are there as a leader, When you find yourself in any position where you're going, the decisions you make are going to influence people's lives for good or for bad. The action you take, your inaction, your words are going to affect people's lives for good or for bad. Then you must be very mindful of that authority that you have. You must be very mindful of that responsibility that you have, and ensure that the people get the best. Because if they do not get the best, there are some who are going to bear grudges against you, even when you are dead, even in your grave, even in the hereafter. So it is now, the onus is now on you as a leader to learn from the things that you're seeing today. This life is very transient, and people don't just seem to think about it. I personally, I've said this before and I'm going to repeat this. For me, being in office, if I ever find myself in a position of authority in office, and the people that I aim to please are not the generation that are with me today, it is actually 100 years after I'm born, after I'm dead, the generations that be at that time, would they think back? Would I still remain relevant in history to their life? Will I still be someone that they think about and say, wow, this person did so and so good things for us? For me, that's my barest minimum. If the next generation is not thinking about me in that manner, I don't think I've really done anything that I'm now going to be like, oh yeah, I've done this, or I feel I've done this kind of a thing about. No, I'm not gonna be feeling that way. And so for every one of us also, these are the thoughts that we must begin to, ask ourselves and question ourselves. What are we doing now? And if you're aiming to get into position of authority, or you're in position of authority, how are they going to think about you when my name Aisha Yesufu is mentioned in maybe 30 something, maybe not even 2025, maybe 21 something, maybe like 21:45, and they mention the name Aisha Yesufu? Will that name be remembered? And if it's remembered, will it be remembered for something that is good, or will it be remembered for something that is evil? Will it be remembered as someone who stood for her people, fought for her people, was able to take her people into prosperity? Or will it be remembered as someone who destroyed her people, didn't do anything for her people, and just destroyed the prosperity and put her people in perpetual poverty? These are the questions that everyone should be asking themselves. I ask myself this question all the time. So for those sycophants, I've seen a lot of sycophants who, when someone is alive, let me use Muhammadu Buhari, the late Muhammadu Buhari. Imagine, I mean, last week it was former governor. Now you have to put the late because he's gone. I see people who used to attack us when Buhari was in office, and attack us for calling out Buhari, for saying things that were wrong, that were being done wrongly, for saying them and all of that. Those same people are now coming and abusing Buhari just because he died. First of all, some of them just because he left office, and now just because he died. I just feel that is the height of disgusting hypocrisy, that kind of psychopathy, and I don't know how those people, live with themselves. But let me repeat, there is nothing I will have to say to anyone that I will not say to you while you are in your highest office. That's when I will say it. The moment you leave that office, or you're late, nah, we're done.